Hello and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the smart device application Today in History. What happened today in history?
Historical calendar and the website onthisday.com.
I was going to say onthisday.com, but okay.
Well, Scott doesn't know the old ways we used to do things, but Scott, on this day is Alice's thing. I should have told you beforehand, but sorry.
I'm the one that discovered the site, so
yeah, you are.
Blame.
Yeah.
Bitch pudding.
Anyway, for links to those sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting that we may gather throughout the show, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am Xander.
I'm Scott.
I am Who is Alice?
Meet Cleaver.
Yep. And today is Saturn's Day, also known as Saturday, August 27th, 2022. One hell of a show we're going to have today, because we have 3 people. So, yeah.
We have Delay. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Delay. We have to do it proper for the 3s.
There you go.
July.
4 people, including you.
Yes.
It's getting
Oh, wait,
crowded.
no, fine. Foom. Oh, no. Foomp is 5.
Quattro.
Beer.
Sorry, I didn't mean to swear, sorry.
That's okay. Whatever. We've said worse things on the show. Anyway, Mr. Scott, why don't you take the first one, 479 BC, and then there's another one here at 663 that's pretty interesting that I'd like you to have. So,
I'm gonna mute myself because the car's driving around.
alright. Go ahead, Scott.
So, 479 BC?
Yep.
Greco-Persian Wars, Battle of Mycale, won by Greek forces over Persian naval troops on Ionian coast. Double victory with that at Plataea ends Persian invasion.
Ooh, to the Greco-Persian Wars. So this is like, this is around the time of the 300. You know, King Leonidas and the Brave 300.
Yeah.
Like, this is the Persian invasion. They did get past them, but because of the time they bought, it allowed all the city-states to get together and push the Persians back out.
I was gonna say that sounds like the 300.
It is. Well, you know, like, that's essentially, like, you know, it was the 300, you know, and the 10,000 other people that was with them, you know, that held the line to give, you know, the individual city-states, because, you know, at the time, Greece was not united. They were a bunch of city-states. You know, yeah, every time they allied and stuff, you know, against a common foe, but, you know, much like, you know, the whole world is today now, unless we have a unified thing, we're all fighting each other, you know? It's essentially like a micro version of that. So, yeah.
Well, that's good to know. I didn't realize it bottom time like that.
Yeah, oh, definitely. You know? Scott,
If I remember, like, Arcadia, like, joined with Sparta, so...
Yeah, well, and, like, you know, Macedonia, you know, Athens, you know, the Cathians, I think. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of Greek city-states.
There's a lot, yes, there's a lot to be held.
Yeah.
Let me get a chair here.
Yes.
Oh, dude.
Oh, I just realized... for a second there, we have boobs on the screen, so our viewer count is going to go up.
Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Never be sorry.
No.
No, I will not apologize for what God gave me.
There you go.
Scott, 663.
1663?
No, 663.
663.
We're going in order, okay. Battle of Bakgang. Tang Chinese and Silla Korean forces defeat Korean Bakje forces and their Yamato Japanese allies on the Jium River in Korea. Last Japanese invasion of Korea for 900 years.
Yeah.
There's one right below it that kind of seems interesting. I think it's linked to it, but I could be wrong.
It's it's about 600 years afterwards, so I'm not sure if it would be linked.
Oh, probably not.
So, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's up to Scott what he wants to read. He has one more before it's your turn, if you want to say 1 or 2 or 3.
I will do a couple. I have time.
I don't know if you want me to go in order or what, but...
Well, I'd prefer order, so...
Okay. So, 1232, the formulary of adjudications is promulgated by Regent Hoho or Hojo Yasutoki, traditional Japanese date August 10th, 1232.
Yeah, that was before the unified Gregorian calendar worldwide for the most part. So.
Wow, that
I'm actually
Hojo
gonna-
name looks like a face.
What do you say, Alice?
Oh no, I was gonna say I'm just gonna pull up the website on my phone. I won't be able to see what's going on, but I'm just gonna pull it up so I can, if I see something that pops up, that I'll pop in and
All right.
do one. So if you want to go again, Xander, one more time while I pull up the website, that would be awesome.
All right, well, I'll take the next three then. Going on up into 1782, we have the Battle of Combahee River near Beaufort in South Carolina. American abolitionist John Lawrence was killed leading the charge. So he was an abolitionist against slavery and everything. So he was a white guy fighting, for the blacks and dying for the blacks. Where's his recognition?
Yeah.
Where was it? Indeed. Okay,
Yeah.
so what year are we in right now?
Well, I'm taking us up into 1813. This is number 2 of my 3 articles of my turn. So it's a Battle of Dresden. Napoleon defeated the Austrians. Huh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's
So
during...
you did 1782 with the Battle of Interest, right?
Yes, I did, and then I did 1813, and now I'm doing 1883. Krakatoa, here we go. Krakatoa volcano, west of Java in Indonesia, erupted with a force of 1,300 megatons and kills approximately 40,000 people.
Whoa.
The largest,
Did you also know they... Oh, go ahead. I'm
I was
sorry.
going to say, it's the largest, to my knowledge, it's the largest explosion in recorded history on Earth. It blew up with a force that was big enough. I'm pulling it up. Krakatoa. Before.
There's also a
and
book
after.
based off of that.
A what?
There's a book based off of it. I think it's called 100 Balloons.
It makes sense. Yeah, but here we go. Oh, that's a small picture. This is better. Can you see it? Okay, kind of.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
I can't see
So-
that on the website.
So you see all of this land, all of this here.
Yeah.
That used to be part of the island.
Oh, jeez.
Krakatoa, the volcano, was actually right here, and it's been building up again right there. But it exploded so massively that you can actually see it blew the entire islands apart.
Actually,
here we
it
go. This is
sunk
a
the
better one.
island.
Look at that. See, this is what it used to look like, and then now it's just one volcano in a cove. But it used to be a series of 3 volcanoes.
Jeez.
It blew up with such a force, it removed the entire island from the map. And
Well, what it did was it sunk it. It sunk it. There was a really rare occasion that happened out in New Zealand, out by Christchurch, where instead of it sinking the island, it raised the island.
yeah,
in
that
area.
was 10 some odd years ago, right? Or in the 90s?
No, it was within the last decade. It was, I think, in 2017 or 18, something like that.
I remember.
But it was down in the southern island, and it was by Christchurch. There was an eruption, or not an eruption. It was actually an earthquake.
Yeah, I remember the earthquake at Christchurch. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Right.
actually, what it did it raised the sea level up by 10 feet in a certain area,
10 feet.
Yeah.
That's a bunch.
something like that.
Well, I remember that the earthquake that eventually caused the tsunami, that did the whole Fukushima thing, was so powerful. It did something it shifted the Earth's axis, or it changed our rotation, and it took away a millisecond or something, or added one.
Yeah, it slowed the Earth. It ended up slowing the Earth down just by a little bit.
Yeah, and the Three Gorges Dam, we all know about that in China. The
Yeah.
massive dam.
Yeah.
It's so big, it actually has effect on the Earth's rotation too. So.
Yeah, well, also what I was
Yeah.
saying with Krakatoa, there is a book that I had to read, I think in middle school or elementary school, called, I think, 100 Balloons. There's a guy who took a balloon out to the Krakatoa. He ended up landing in Krakatoa, and in the story, apparently it had a huge diamond mine underneath the volcano. But if you took something out, then it would cause problems. And this guy, eventually somebody ended up taking the diamonds out, and then Krakatoa exploded, and it ended up sinking the island. So what happened? It wasn't that it blew the island away, actually. So it is based on true events. But
Well, yeah,
not,
Krakatoa happened,
Yeah, but what happened though is the island sank.
Yeah.
So it didn't blow it away so much as that it sank into the ocean.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was still an incredible,
Oh, yeah.
like, I mean, 1,300 megatons, like, like,
You should look up the Tambora eruption. And actually, do you remember the year without a summer?
kinda. But let's stay on track here, Alice. Why don't you take us on 1900?
1900, I can do. All right, 1900. We have the Battle of Bergendal, and it was General Buller, however you want to say it. He defeats the Boer under General Louis Botha, first Prime Minister of South Africa. So this was happening like pre-World War One.
Yes. Yeah, during one of the Boer Wars, it sounds like. So,
Yeah, the Boer War. Yeah, so and this is taking place in Africa. I'm assuming that.
I have no idea about the Boer Wars except that they exist. I don't know where they were, when they started, ended, who was involved. Like, I just let information come to me. So, but eventually, I might look up, Boer Wars.
I'm actually going to give up one slot just for 1909 for Scott. 1909. It's in blue. It's about a baseball Hall of Famer.
South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a while ago. That's some old baseball right there, but I'll read it. 1909, future Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher Jack Chesbrough's final game for New York Highlanders, 17-6 loss to the Tigers at Bennett Park, Detroit. So,
Dang.
some old baseball right here.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought that you would like that one. Oh.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna move to 1910 here real quick, and look at using 137,000 candle power arc lights. 2 amateur baseball teams play a night game at White Sox Park.
Wow, so that's
I forgot
before.
we read about a Washington Senators guy yesterday from
Yeah.
1912 or something who lost his streak.
Well, what's interesting is that this is before the the unit of measurements we have, like watt, ohms, and stuff. Candle power. Like, can you imagine referring to your light bulb being X amount of candle power? Like, that's kind of weird,
Wow.
137,000 candle power arc lights.
Yeah.
To amateur baseball teams. I thought that was kind of interesting. I looked at that. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
But in 1914, we're going to move ahead here. We got, in 1914, the second day of Battle of Tannenberg in World War I. Germans bombard Ustau.
Yeah, Scott, we were talking about the Battle of Tannenberg yesterday when it started. It was the German 2nd Army versus the Russian 8th Army, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep, I remember now.
Scott, you're helping me with my memory. Like,
I remember.
It's Scott's turn now.
Exactly, but I know what you're talking about.
Scott's turn now, 1918.
Ooh, shit snacks.
Oh, flu
Yeah.
pandemic.
Yeah, and this, a lot of people in 2020 were freaking out because of this. Like every 100 years we have a global pandemic, and 100 years ago,
True.
Look at this.
1918, the Spanish flu arrives in Boston, beginning of the second wave and deadliest wave in the U.S.
Dang, so second wave of Spanish flu. So,
How did they handle it better in 1918 than we did in 2020?
Oh my God, they're all wearing masks, and she's wearing a sign "Wear a mask." Holy crap! Oh my God. Oh, wear a mask or go to jail. Are you kidding me?
They didn't handle it better.
Oh my God. Holy crap.
Like, even then, they said that they were very, they weren't as effective as you'd think.
No.
But, they did wear masks back during the Spanish flu, so.
They did, yeah. Like, the picture right here, you see it. But, no, look at the guy on the far right. Wear a mask or go to jail. Like, that's exactly what they're doing today. Like, and now they're going on about, go get the vaccine or, get interned into camp in Australia. That's what they're doing down there. So.
They are.
Anyway, you have a world record here, Scott.
1922, Pavo Nurmi runs world record 3,000 meter in 8 minutes, 28 seconds. Or that might be 8 hours, but
no,
I don't know. I think it's 8 minutes. Yeah, 8 minutes, 28 seconds, and 6 milliseconds.
Yeah, 28.6 seconds. So.
Yeah.
1.21 gigawatts.
Very good.
1.21 gigawatts. Well, yeah, because he's a Gray Scott, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, we changed his name to that for a little bit yesterday.
How you doing, my friend?
Well, yeah, of course I changed it back today. Because
What can I
I'm
help
in
you
a
find,
lot-
my friend? Hang on one second here.
Wrong button, Alice. You turned on your thing.
Garden of Life?
I'm gonna mute her for now until she gets back. Scott, you have one more here.
So in 1928, Kellogg-Briand Pact, 60 nations agree to condemn recourse to war for the solution of international controversies.
Huh.
Frank Kellogg and Aristide Briand.
Okay, so yeah, 60 nations agree. So the Kellogg-Briand Pact, this was political. It's nothing to do with the Kellogg cereal, you know?
No.
But yeah, like, so recourse to war for the solution of international controversies. Like, basically, we don't want to be involved.
Is that what they're saying there? It's hard
Yeah.
to.
Well, they agree to condemn the recourse to war for the solution
Right.
of So war is a solution. They condemn it.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
Okay.
Yeah,
Glad you interpreted that. I wasn't getting what it was saying.
it's difficult.
Yeah.
You know, it's light lawyer talk. You know, which I can understand that. Now, when you get into all like the jargon and everything, that's when you start losing me.
Yeah.
Because like you really got to pay attention to every word. You know, when they with lawyer talk and double speak. You know how.
All we get in those attitudes is it's great attitude until another party decides that war is the solution.
Yeah.
Then you got no choice.
Yeah. Well, chemically, alcohol is a solution. You know.
That's right.
It's not a solution to anything, with your problems, but, if you're, into, chemistry and stuff, yeah. Which, one of us, actually, we all are, You work with chemistry, Scott's into chemistry, and I'm kind of, involved with it.
Ah.
So, yeah. Anyway, moving on up into 1934, Harold Arlen, Ira Gershwin, and Yip Harburg's, what a name, Yip, musical Life Begins at 8:40 premiered in New York City. You there, Scott?
Yep.
Oh, okay. And 1938, New
I
York
don't know much
Yankees.
about that. I just don't. I don't know much about that.
Oh, well, neither do I.
Yeah.
Like, I just hadn't heard from you in a minute, so I was wondering if your mic went down or something again. But no, I hear you fine.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. 1938. Oh, time to unmute the Alice. 1938, New York Yankees pitcher Monte Pearson no hits Cleveland Indians 13-0. Joe DiMaggio hit 3 triples.
Three
That-
triples. That's
dang.
weird.
I'm sorry
Yeah,
about that. I
that's
didn't
all
use what I put on the
Joe
website.
DiMaggio dated somebody important.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Scott?
Joe DiMaggio dated somebody important. I don't know if it was like Marilyn Monroe or
Yeah, he married
something.
Marilyn Monroe.
Well,
That's
there you
what I
go.
thought. Yeah.
Mr. Coffee.
But yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys.
That's okay. Alice.
Hang on, let
1939.
1939, we got a historic event here. We've got Queen Wilhelmina
Hildy.
of the Netherlands. Yeah, is that Wilhelmina?
Yeah, Wilhelmina.
Wilhelmina?
Wilhelm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of the Netherlands. Of the Netherlands.
Wilhelm scream. Ah!
Unfortunately, it's not the Jacquois, but
Oh.
I mean, receives German Ambassador Grave Zech.
Huh.
Zech.
Zetch.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. Is he a Zetch from
clue.
Czechs?
Well, it's definitely not a Jacquois.
Ah.
Hang on, let me scroll here. I'm back on my website there.
Okay. We're in
Okay, so
1941.
Yeah, so this is in 1939.
Oh.
Yeah, Wilhelmina of the Netherlands. Yeah. So she
Wilhelmina.
received so basically a German ambassador came over to the Netherlands or something like that.
Yeah, just basically like a little political meeting, going on.
Yeah. Hang on, let's
Yeah.
see. We have also another. Oh wait, 1940 though. The Campini CC-2 experiment jet plane maiden flight in Milan happened.
Let's take a look at what that's a weird
Oh,
plane.
look at that. For 42?
Hang on a second. Let me see here.
Oh,
Let me
wow,
go to your-
okay. Well, the whole body is a jet. Look at that. Like you can see the whole, right
Oh
there.
wow!
Yeah. No.
Jesus.
Yes.
Oh, here it is.
And that's a 42.
So it looks like, okay, so like this is This is like the fuselage here, and then the jet is completely built around it. So it looks like they use this here to compress more air. So they use part of like the fuselage as a part of the thing, and then they have the thing in the butt over here. Here's a better picture of it. So wow, that's really cool. 42, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1940.
1941.
41.
41.
Oh, 41.
Oh,
you know what?
no,
1940.
Oh,
Here.
19.
Yeah.
Wait, where'd it go?
Yeah, I was right.
That's it. You passed it. Go back.
1940. Oh, yeah, that's right because
Go there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
1940, not
I'm
40.
assuming
1940.
this might be an Italian aircraft.
Milan, isn't that France?
Well, no, Milan. No, Milan. No,
Italy.
don't you remember the movie Milan?
Italy, I think.
No.
So maybe
Italy.
Campini. That's Italian right
Yeah,
there.
that is Italy. You're right. Italy.
But Milan isn't in Italy.
No, the city of Milan, Milan, is in Italy. Mulan is if what you're saying. Yeah, it's different. Milan, not Mulan. Milan.
My bizzle.
Yeah.
Well, and also in 1941 we have Shah of Iran, Reza Shah Pahlavi, abdicates throne in favor of his son Mohammad Reza Pahlavi.
Ah.
Pahlavi.
So he stepped down and let his son take control.
Yep.
Scott, 42 here. Actually, the first one, the one
shit.
between. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh my god. Shit snaps.
1942, Cuba declares war on Germany, Japan, and Italy.
Whoa.
little bitty Cuba.
Yeah. Back when Cuba was allies with the United States.
Yeah. Yep.
Because, remember the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah, of course.
Which brings up, the whole thing, until recently, we actually had, 30 some odd years of, we didn't have any diplomatic relations with them because of all that stuff, and it wasn't until, 2010 before we reopened all that. But during that whole time, Guantanamo Bay, was active. So it's even though we, we diplomatically, we are, abrasive, money talks, Money goes above any policy. So... Because think about it, we didn't have diplomatic, relations with Cuba,
right.
But how does that mean Guantanamo Bay was still being used?
We wouldn't let it go.
Yeah, but money, we paid them for the land, even though we disagree with you politically, we're still going to give you money for this land. Okay, yeah, screw it.
Oh, wow.
Think about it.
Well, no, I was just reading the next event. That's effing wicked.
The first thing I see is Soviet, and my brain immediately went to that card, Boris, the Soviet love hammer. Cards Against Humanity. Scott.
1942, Soviet woman sniper Lyudmila Pavlichenko arrives in Washington, D.C., the first Soviet citizen welcomed at the White House by Eleanor Roosevelt.
Wow.
Wow. That's fucking wicked. Effing wicked.
Yeah. That is pretty cool.
And this is a PC panel, right?
It's not that PC. As long as you're not swearing like sailors, and...
I wonder what her status was to be put in that position.
Well, let's see. Was this one of the This was Lady Death. Okay, Lady Death. She served most notably in the siege of Odessa in 1941 and that of Sevastopol of 1941 through 42. Let's see here. Yeah, Alice. She's you. I think you stole her nickname, Lady Death.
Well, actually, the comics stole that.
Yeah, I just see the comment here. She has 309 confirmed kills.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, women do, they do say that women are better at flying because we can handle G-forces better. I was talking to you about this last night.
Yeah.
Women can handle G-forces better than men. I don't know why.
Well, we're talking about a sniper, not a pilot, so...
We also have better hand-eye coordination, and our eyes are somewhat sharper than men's at times. So it does make sense. I want to be, if I could have, I want one or two things. If I couldn't be a fighter pilot, I wanted to be a sniper. But unfortunately, because of my background, they wouldn't let me into the militaries.
That was your dream.
You have
I
to
kind of
work your
wanted to
way
be a
up in the ranks for
fireman or
that.
something.
She just wants to touch people from afar. you know?
Wow. Those are some dream choices I've
We should
never heard
probably
before.
read the 1945
That's awesome.
one.
I love it.
Well, also
Well-
remember I showed you that I got the spotter. I bought a spotter scope yesterday.
Yeah, she bought a sniper. Like, you know how there's a sniper team, one of them has a scope? She bought a spotter scope.
Yeah, I bought a spotter scope yesterday for $5.
Yeah.
Remind me not to get you mad.
No.
We should
Yeah, I got
probably read the 1945 one.
We should. Yeah,
Yeah.
1945 or 1953.
Well, it's a 45 where it says U.S. troops land in Japan after Japanese surrender.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's right.
Ooh,
Yeah.
1948's kind of cool. This is a weather one.
Yeah, 1948. Alice, you want to take it?
I'll take it real quick, but then it goes to you. So, but I just found it interesting. 1948, 102 degrees Fahrenheit. Highest temperature ever recorded in Cleveland, Ohio in August.
Wow, that's hot. And
Probably
like,
at that
Ohio.
time. I
Yeah.
think
Not
Death
compared to
Valley.
Arizona.
hold on, let Scott talk here.
I think in like Death Valley, it's been like 108 or 110, so that might have been just the highest temperature at that time.
Well, that's the
well,
highest
this is
temperature.
In
48,
Cleveland.
so-
That's the highest temperature in Cleveland
Oh, in
specifically, Scott, not in the
Cleveland,
world.
yeah.
No, Death
in the
Valley
world.
still is the hottest place in the world at like 130 degrees on average. Like, it's-
Yeah. This is
it's-
just basically a record-setting temperature for August and
for Cleveland
Cleveland,
in
Ohio.
August.
in
Yeah.
August. I love that, even though it's on this day. So, like, obviously, it's in August.
Well, yeah, it is August. You know, it's August
You don't
27th.
say.
Yeah.
That would
Which
be
is
hot
named
for all
after
the
Augustus.
people,
All right, let's move on, my friend.
Well, it's your turn,
It's back to you.
Alice. I almost called you Sarah.
No, it's your turn technically.
Oh, it's
Or no,
mine?
is it mine?
I don't know.
Is it
You know
mine?
what? Fuck it. I'll just go. Let's restart here. 1953, we have A Roman Holiday starring Audrey Hepburn, Gregory Peck, and Eddie Albert was released. All right.
Boom!
In 1955, Sandy Koufax fans 14 Reds. Both teams combined for record 23 strikeouts. I don't know
Jesus
what that means.
Christ.
Yeah,
Strike
Sandy
us?
Koufax
No.
is a great.
Scott, tell them what that means.
Fans 14 Reds. Does that mean like strikes them out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, like,
14
sports
Reds,
fans.
like 14 players. Yeah,
Okay.
the Reds. Yeah,
Okay.
Cincinnati Reds. Maybe it's probably Cincinnati Reds, but
Yeah.
it could have been different name in the 50s. I don't know, but
I don't know. Anyway, moving on up into 1964, Walt Disney's musical film Mary Poppins, directed by Robert Stevenson, starring Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke, with songs by Richard and Robert Sherman, premiered at Grauman's Chinese Theater in Los Angeles, California, later to win 5 Academy Awards. It's
You
steppin'
missed
time,
up.
it's steppin' time.
Xander,
Yes.
I am going to interject real quickly because you missed two things that happened in 1962.
Well, I can't read the things like you can. I got to keep the show going, you know. I
Bring them
can't.
to us.
So talk.
No, in 1962, the Mariner 2 launched first probe
Ooh.
to fly by Venus.
Ah,
And then also in 1962 today, USSR performs nuclear tests at Novaya Zemlya, USSR.
now, I'm going to contest this first 1962 you said. I'm going to say the first U.S. probe to fly by Venus. Or,
Yeah, it's probably the first U.S. probe.
well,
but yeah,
maybe it is
Mariner-
the first probe, because I know that the Soviets landed on Venus first. So I know that. But this is a flyby, so I don't know.
Yeah, this is a flyby. So yeah, the first.
Well, when you
So
look at the
that's-
score, when you look at the scoreboard of the space race, the Russians were just kicking us up and down the curb. So,
Yeah, they were.
yeah.
Yeah, they shot a dog up into space for crying out
The
loud.
first
We
animal to
shot a
space, the
monkey
first
up.
man to space, the first to space period was Sputnik. The first man to space, the first woman to space, you know, the first probe on the moon, the first probe on Venus, you know, the first probe on Mercury, you know, and then somehow we land on the moon and we win. Okay, yeah, sure, yeah, go ahead and keep thinking that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, sure, woo. No, we
Yeah, I
lost.
remember when Sputnik went into space. It was mind-boggling.
Yeah, I really wish Mom was here to be talking about that.
Oh yeah.
Because she was fascinated, infatuated with that, man. Like, you know,
Well,
space
wasn't
in
it-
Egypt, dude. Like,
Wasn't it in the movie October Sky where like that one kid became like
a rocket scientist? Yeah,
Yeah.
what's his face?
Sputnik to fly by. And,
Homer Hickam. Homer Hickam.
yeah, Homer Hickam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that inspired him to wanna make rockets and stuff. Watching Sputnik fly by.
It's kind of funny. His hero was Oppenheimer, who was actually a Nazi scientist.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he was aspiring to be, what his hero was. He didn't know, obviously he's a high school kid. You don't know that all the political connections and all, Operation Paperclip wasn't even known until like the 80s, So.
Oh. Sandy,
Alice,
you've got a good one in 1970 here.
Alice, you want to take this one and take the next three?
No, this one's yours because I interjected with 2, so I already only get
take
one.
this and that'll be your third.
Okay, fine, but yeah,
We
then you
gotta
have to
go
do
in line, and we're already 32 minutes in. Let's go.
All right, 1970, Jimi Hendrix creates his last studio recording at Electric Lady Studios in New York, an instrumental called Slow Blues.
Dang.
Jimi Hendrix, yes, sir.
He's part of the 27 Club, unfortunately.
27 Club?
Yeah,
27.
Kurt Cobain, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
Way at age 27.
Amy Winehouse is also part of the 27 Club, too.
Well, thankfully, that's a club I can no longer join. So,
Nope.
Opportunity came and went. So, yeah. Anyway, now it's Scott's turn, which is perfect because now we have a baseball one.
Well, actually, you have that Vietnam thing going on, too.
Well, Alice, we gotta, come on.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
1978 Reds, Joe Morgan is first to hit 200 home runs and had 500 stolen bases. And he also, it says in the bottom that he was a broadcaster. He did that for a long time after. He might still be doing it.
He kind of looks like Jordan Peele. A little bit. Let me... Jordan Peele. I think. Is it Jordan Peele? Yeah, it's Jordan Peele. So here, Jordan Peele laughing. Let's see here. That's a weird laugh face. Trying to find a good picture here. Whatever. Well, here, whatever. Yeah, I can't do it.
My God.
He just looks like Jordan Peele.
I see what you're talking
Yeah.
about, a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, Lord.
We talked about this guy yesterday, and apparently something happened.
First girl?
Yeah, the Viceroy of India. Yeah, we talked about him yesterday. Because I remember that name, Mountbatten.
Yeah. Well, why don't you read it for us, bro?
So 1979, first Earl of Mountbatten of Burma, cousin of Queen Elizabeth II and last Viceroy of India, is killed along with 3 companions, 2 of them children of the IRA, when his boat is blown up near Sligo, Ireland.
The Irish Republican Army, so yeah. And this was during the
Yeah,
Troubles,
that's what I was
right?
thinking about.
This was during the Troubles,
Yep,
right?
during the Troubles, I think. You're right. Oh, actually, because same day, too, or as well, right after, it looks like another IRA thing.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that might be the same thing. Wait, no, it's not. That's somewhere else. Narrow Water Castle. But the IRA were known to have, multiple attack, at once. That was their thing. They didn't just do one thing. They did simultaneous stuff. More often than not, I think. I don't know. We have a resident IRA professional in the Discord, actually, so we're going to have to talk to her about this.
Well, that's kind of awesome.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to DM this to her right now. But what else happened?
1982, Ricky Henderson steals 119th base of season and breaks Lou Brock's mark.
Huh.
So that's what he was known for, the stolen bases, really. He also played for a long time. I think maybe he was 40 or something.
How come every time we read about this guy, and this is there's other people who have this, but he always has a perfect picture. It's the same picture, because you read that, he has that, not bad look, damn, yeah, I did it. I stole the 119th base. Hell yeah. Alice,
I got you. Yeah.
84.
Oh, a good one. Here we go. 1984, U.S. President Ronald Reagan announces Teacher in Space Project, which I think ultimately ended with the Challenger explosion, right?
I was just going to say, this sounds like the start of the Challenger situation.
Yeah.
It's they put a teacher in there.
In space. Yep.
I'm just gonna go with the 84s here, so because
Okay.
that's my.
That's your year.
So also, it is my year. My birthday's fastly approaching too.
Ooh.
In 1984, the USSR performs underground nuclear test as well today.
All right.
And also, in 1984, war against indiscipline.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Indiscipline.
War against indiscipline is launched by the Buhari regime in Nigeria.
Wow, that sounds like fascism right there.
Yeah, at its finest. So I think it's your turn now, Xander.
All right. I was just thinking the war against indiscipline. Are they running around with like rolled up newspapers like, "Oh, you're a bad boy," It's whack.
No, it's
Get off the furniture. Yeah, no, it's a war against indiscipline. So they're trying to discipline people, and in doing so, they're hitting people with magazines. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're throwing at me. I get what you're throwing. I can catch it.
I'd step aside and let it fly by.
Yeah, you don't know what I'm throwing at yet.
Dude, I hope you're not throwing feces at me like a monkey.
You don't know. You don't know that.
You can shovel it and throw it.
Yeah, let me put some hand sanitizer on me. There we go.
Just dunk yourself into a bath of like sanitizer. Okay. Anyway, 1985, we have General Ibrahim Babangida overthrew Major General Muhammad Buhari's regime in Nigeria. So here we go about Nigeria again. Oh, we were just talking about the Buhari regime in '84. So 1 year later on the dates, he's overthrown. Alice?
Didn't last.
Wow,
so
look
Alice,
at that.
So 1 year of war against indiscipline, and they got the magazine and they start hitting back. So.
Yep, that worked out totally well, right?
Yep. 1988, Dodger Tommy Lasorda won the 1000th game as manager, tops Philadelphia 4-2. Holy jowls,
there's a famous clip of him getting hit by a bat and he fell over. Like he was on the third base line. And a hitter let go of the bat, and he got hit by it, and he took a tumble.
Yeah.
He was fine, but I just remember him for that one incident.
Yeah, well, we saw the baseball. We saw the baseball hitting the guy's head last night. Thing.
Yeah, the Jose Canseco one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was old at the time, so this was like an old man.
Oh, that's even worse.
Just like the picture. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow. So he got hit by a baseball. With that at that age in the picture. A baseball bat?
Yeah. Yep.
Were we talking about Jose Canseco, who the baseball popped off his head and it became a home run last night?
Yeah. Anyway, moving on up into 1990, No Fences, the second studio album by Garth Brooks, was released later to receive the Billboard Album of the Year of 1991.
I got friends in low places where the whiskey runs and beer chases my blues. I don't think it's on the right album.
I don't know. Whose turn is it? 1991.
This guy again.
Whose turn is it?
I believe it's Scott's.
Scott.
1991 Nigerian president Ibrahim Babangida creates 9 states: Abia, Enugu, Delta, Jigawa, Kebbi, Osun, Kogi, Taraba, and Yobe.
Jigawa!
When I heard Jigawa, I want to be like, 1.21 gigawatts.
Same here, but you held your tongue like a good girl. You're growing up. Awesome. A month ago, you would have been all over that like flies on shit.
I know.
Yes, I know.
I'm getting old. Shut up.
You're not getting old. You're getting older.
I am just gracefully aging.
Yes. Gracefully, we can call it that. Kind
of. Well, I'm of the aged.
Dude.
Yes, I am a fossil.
I am the second oldest here.
Someone is here.
Welcome, Electra. We are in the middle of doing the show. If you would like to participate, you're welcome to, although you're also welcome to just sit there and chill. Anyway, let's just ramble on through a couple things so she can get a glimpse into how things are run. Scott, you have another one here in 1994.
Alright, so 1994, Neil Simon's comedy Laughter on the 23rd Floor closes at Richard Rogers Theater, New York City, after 320 performances.
Oh, that's pretty good. Would have been better if
320 performances is damn good.
would have been better if it was another 100 more. You know.
Oh yeah, 420.
Yeah.
Scott, you should just do the next 1995 because it kind of coincides with the whole
okay.
theater thing.
All right.
And then I'll do 3 after that.
All right.
The Ralph one?
1995.
Yeah,
No. Okay. 1995, Tom Stoppard's comedic play Arcadia closes at Vivian Beaumont Theater in New York City after 204 performances.
Well, hey, that's 20, that's 420, just not in the right order. You know, just put the 4 in front, not in the back. You know.
It's 419.
It's
You
an
got a
anagram.
minute?
It's an anagram for 420.
Yeah. Alice, your turn.
Yeah, we got
Yes, I'm really happy about it.
Yeah, we got
Oh, perfect. Oh, we lost.
Hockey. It's my kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, in 1986, we have Dino Ciccarelli. Is traded by the Detroit Red Wings to the Tampa Bay Lightning, a state that doesn't deserve to have a hockey team because they don't get snow.
True.
Well, neither does California, and we have the Ducks.
Well, you technically do in your mountains.
We
You
have
technically
2.
do in your mountains.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, you know.
But yeah, you barely squeak by. But I think all of your you got 2-3 teams out there.
2.
2. Yeah, we have the Ducks and the Kings. But yeah, when you think of California, the first thing you think of is not snow. It's beaches, sunshine, you know, heat, Disney, you know.
No rain.
Scantily
No
clad
snow.
ladies, stuff like
Well,
that.
no, you do get snow in the mountains though, and you do have a mountain range out there. So technically, I guess you squeak by, but there's no reason.
We have some of the greatest skiing up north in Mammoth.
Yeah, well, California is the only place on Earth, I think, where you can go surfing in the morning and then be on the slopes in the mountains by the afternoon. You know?
Hey, surf forever, dude.
Hang on one
Radical.
second, I'll be back, guys.
All right, Scott.
2000, the year 2000, 540 meter or 1,772 feet tall. Ostankino Tower in Moscow catches fire. 3 people are killed.
Dang. That sucks.
It's a pretty interesting tower, though.
Yeah. It's like a radio tower or something.
Yeah.
They decorated it. Yeah. Here, let me get a bigger picture of it. Here we go.
Jeez.
Reminds me a lot of that the Tokyo Tower. A little bit. Although the Tokyo Tower is like kind of a mixture between this and the Eiffel Tower. Anyway. Moving on up into 2001, Angelina Jolie was named UNHCR Goodwill Ambassador at UNHCR headquarters in Geneva. Huh. What is UNHCR, though? Stands for, the United Nations Refugee Agency. United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. Okay.
Hasn't she adopted a lot of refugees?
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie, yeah, like she has like an Ethiopian baby or something, right? Or like that became a trend in Hollywood, like adopting African children. Like it became a thing. Like it was actually really disgusting because they were flashing them around on Instagram. Oh, look what I adopted! Like, you know, like, oh, look at my new toy. You know, it's like,
No, come on.
Imagine if
give
they
them
just
credit.
adopted people from our own country.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, they legitimately, like, it wasn't that they were adopting Ethiopian children here. They were literally adopting them from Ethiopia
bringing them over.
and then bringing them over.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
dude, like, that's nice and all, but we have a problem here. Like, deal with it here. Like, help us. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's always nice to help others.
Hey, I'm
but,
not gonna knock anybody that does something good. So.
well, it became a whole trend, honestly. Like, you know, hashtag just got an Ethiopian baby and shit. Like, it's seriously, like, it became, like, you know, like a fad in Hollywood, and they were using it as some kind of, like, you know, like, pillar. You know, like, oh, look what I did. I'm such a good person. Like, ooh, look at me. You know how Hollywood is. So. Then 2004, Hong Kong martial arts film Hero, starring Jet Li, opened in the U.S. and became first Chinese language film to go #1 at U.S. box office. Huh. Well, that's pretty cool. Because remember we were talking about how like foreign films never got recognition,
Yeah.
like
as far as over here. No.
Flying Tigers, Hidden Dragons.
Yeah.
An amazing movie, but because it wasn't native, they didn't give it the best award that we could get. There is segregation.
Probably gave it in the foreign film category.
Yeah, but now now we have Well, this
Yeah.
is #1 at box office,
Yeah.
but this is the first Chinese language film. So this was in Chinese. It wasn't even in English. So
Yeah.
wow. So that should tell you how many Chinese people we have over here.
Well, they have subtitles.
Well, that's a different language, but yeah, subtitles. I don't know. Like I agree. Like like when I go watch a movie and I have to read subtitles, like I have to have one eye on the subtitles, one eye on the screen.
Yeah.
And it like really takes you out of the immersion. So, but anyway.
And sometimes it can immerse you too if you
Yeah.
get really involved.
Yeah. 2006 58th Emmy Awards, 24 The Office, Kiefer Sutherland and Marisa Hartley win. All right.
The Law and Order SVU lady.
Yeah.
Ah.
24. That was a cop show, right?
Yep.
All right. Is Alice still here, or is she helping a customer?
I don't think
Okay.
so.
Well, one of us remembers. Scott, your turn.
2006, the Tradition Senior Men's Golf Reserve Vineyards and Golf Club. Eduardo Romero of Argentina wins first of two Champions Tour majors with birdie on first playoff hole against Lonnie Nielsen.
Huh. All right.
He's got a miserable face in that picture, but
Yeah, he doesn't look too happy. So, I don't know. And this guy looks way too happy for what he's done. Criminal.
it's yeah. This should I read it?
Yeah.
My turn. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. 2008, Barack Obama becomes the first African American to be nominated by a major political party for president of the United States.
Yeah, I don't, I think he really is an African American because he was born in Kenya. Because Elon Musk, whiter than me, is an African American.
Yeah.
So African American doesn't dictate your skin color; it dictates your, affiliation with countries. Because America is not a country; it's two continents, separate. With 35 countries, the United States of America being one of them.
Okay.
So, yeah. So he is an American, not because he's from the United States, but he's here. Whatever, you get my point.
We get your point.
2013, Gravity. That's a wild movie. Directed and co-written by Alfonso Cuarón and starring Sandra Bullock and George Clooney. Premiered at the Venice Film Festival. Have you ever seen Gravity?
Yeah, it is a great movie.
That opening though, that is horrifying.
Yeah.
Essentially, do you know about Gravity?
Did not see it.
Do you know about it though?
No.
So it's a space movie, and they're doing something on the Hubble telescope, and then China blew up a satellite or something, and that caused a cascading effect because now you have all these pieces, and you get hit by a paint chip and it'll go through you like a knife through butter.
Yeah.
Well, imagine a blown up satellite and all that debris, and that hits more satellites, and it creates more and more and more, and eventually it hits them, and she and George Clooney were the last two to survive, and eventually George Clooney had to cut his rope or whatever. But can you imagine being adrift in space and having to literally with no protection, use a fire extinguisher or whatever to rocket yourself towards the ISS and then try to grab onto it while you're flying,
Yeah.
So you have to grab onto it without bumping off or anything, and go in and then use the escape pod to get back to Earth.
Okay.
And the satellites are gone. There's no communication. You can't talk back to Houston.
Yeah.
So, wow.
Sounds like a heck of a premise.
It's scary. It is
check it
terrifying. Yeah. Well, remind me after this. I'll show you the beginning. It's really the music in it. Oh my God. Anyway, Scott, 2013.
2013, Dove Cameron releases a cover of "On Top of the World" by Imagine Dragons.
I'm on top of the world. You have another one here.
2014, Birdman, directed by Alejandro Gonzalez, Inarritu, and starring Michael Keaton and Zach Galifianakis, premieres at the Venice Film Festival, Best Picture of 2015.
Zach Galifianakis, really funny guy. So, you remember him from Hangover
Moneyball.
and everything.
He's also in Moneyball.
Yeah. And he's also in Bubble Boy. He was the bus stop guy.
Oh, didn't know that.
We saw Bubble Boy the other day, or the other week during a movie night or something. I'm not sure if you were active at that point though, Scott. It was a while ago. So.
Don't think so.
You have another one here, 2015.
2015, The Shepherd's Crown by Terry Pratchett, published by Doubleday 5 months after the author's death. Last book in the Discworld series.
And I'm going to do a weird move right now because we are running out of time, so I'm going to do the split right now. Stop recording. Alright. Welcome back to number 2. We are moving on up into 2015. We are still on the main body here. During the 15th Athletics World Championships, Usain Bolt of Jamaica added the men's 200-meter gold to his 100-meter win. So, yeah. It's Bolt o'clock. In 2017, former 5-weight world boxing champion Floyd Mayweather Jr. defeated MMA fighter Conor McGregor in his debut match in the 10th round in Las Vegas. Oh man, he doesn't look too happy. He looks happy though. Floyd Mayweather though, and Conor McGregor, they're both, good.
Yeah, Mayweather, I only think he has like 2 losses or something.
Yeah, maybe.
He won out of 50 wins. He's won 50 matches.
Mayweather losses. Let's see here. How many losses does Floyd Mayweather have? Mayweather has been undefeated for 26 years, so it's hard to imagine when watching some of his most outstanding performances that he's lost 6 times.
6 times.
6 times. Close.
20
Yeah,
years?
he didn't lose
26
for quite a
years.
while. Yeah.
26 years?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's a long time. Dang.
Yep.
Whose turn was it?
Scott was going.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's done or not.
Yeah, you reported on the Shepherd's Crown, right? Yeah. So that was you. So you got your 3. So my 3, here we go. Former Spice Girl Mel B announced that she is entering rehab for alcohol and sex addiction following her acrimonious divorce. Acrimonious. That's a new word. Let me look that up here.
It's like acrimony.
Typically of speech or debate, angry and bitter. Okay, well that makes sense. So a bitter, angry divorce. Yeah.
Well, I can see that if she's got a sex addiction. I don't know if that's with her divorcee or other people, but doesn't seem good.
An alcohol and sex addiction. So sounds like she got drunk and just, yeah. Loosey-goosey. 2020, Mike Pence accepted a nomination for vice president at the Republican convention, calling for law and order after the shooting of Jacob Blake. Yeah, yesterday, remember, MLB suspended the rest of the season after that?
Yep.
Yeah. And that's it for the main body. Like, were there any articles that, grabbed your attention more than most?
Well, there was quite a bit. I mean, I'll have to go scroll back a little bit.
Kind of helter-skelter today.
Yeah, well, if you want, I can start us off with, the last Japanese invasion of Korea for 900 years.
Yeah,
that's
was
pretty crazy.
900 years.
900 years.
They didn't get invaded again. That was incredible. I do.
Yeah, that was probably, World War II when they invaded them again. Or, well, slightly before. They started in the 20s with all the invasions. So.
Well, I've got a question. It doesn't have to do with today. It has to do with yesterday. And because I didn't catch the show, were you able to give credit to the first time our soldiers in Afghanistan being killed a year ago yesterday? Were you able to put that in the show?
Soldiers getting killed a year ago.
In Afghanistan, 13 killed?
I think we did. Scott.
That's awesome. I hope you did.
Anyways,
it's just a question.
Well, let's see here. Let's see here. Today's events calendar yesterday. So.
Been right at the end, obviously, 2021.
2021?
Yeah.
Oh.
1 year. It would be the first year you give.
Oh yeah, we did. 2021, 2 bomb blasts at Kabul airport. Yeah, during.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we did. And we actually talked about this was the beginning of the whole thing, with Biden and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We know how that all played out.
That's off topic.
No, that's all. That's good. That's fine. This is a history show, so we talk about history, even yesterday's history.
Yeah.
As it said, yesterday's a history, tomorrow's a mystery, but today is a gift, and that's why they call it the present. Master Oogway.
So other ones I looked were like the 1918 Spanish flu second
Oh, yeah.
wave.
Oh yeah,
That sign.
Krakatoa.
Krakatoa.
Yeah. 40,000 people.
Yeah.
Like actually,
Wow.
let's see here. Blast yield of Hiroshima. 15 kilotons. So,
I don't know what that
in
translates.
megatons. Let's see here. How destructive are... Okay. Kilotons. So there's kilotons and there's megatons. This exploded with 1,300 megatons. So this exploded with like... I'm not a mathematician, so but this is vastly more explosive than like probably both Nagasaki and Hiroshima combined.
Oh, easy.
So yeah, easy, yeah. What about you? Like, any other?
No, you kind of touched on the ones that I was already remembering as you brought them up. Yeah.
Yeah, that mask though that you're just bringing up too. Like, wear a mask or go to jail. Really?
Yeah.
Like, wow. We have not like we're doing the same thing twice. Like, as I remember, you were talking to me about how they did it so much better back then, and how today it's all about the hype and like the fear, the fear propaganda, and but no, apparently not.
Well, we kind of got the mask thing backwards. When you're sick, whether it's the flu, cold, or then you wear a mask. Hopefully, it slows down the propellant out of your mouth.
Yeah,
But it saves you when you wear a mask to prevent. It saves you nothing.
Yeah, you need to wear a gas mask at that point. If you want, a mask is to prevent, as he said, to come out.
Yeah.
But anything coming in, like as you said, whoever said the quotes, the two molecules can go in through the holes, holding hands, dancing sideways.
Yeah, and not notice the mask.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the first Soviet welcome, Lady Death, the original Lady Death.
Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff today, actually.
We just have the cheap copy here. Just kidding. Sorry, Alice. Had to. Yeah. Anyway, moving on into births and deaths. Scott, why don't you start us off in 1407?
Alrighty. So, 1407, Ashikaga Yoshikazu, 5th Japanese shogun of the Ashikaga Shogunate, born in Kyoto, Japan, died in 1425. So he was very young.
Yes. Wow. You know what? I'm gonna look like an idiot. 25 minus 7. 18. Wow. And he was a shogun at 18? Wow, dude. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, who else was born today? Wow, scrolling. Jesus. That's one hell of a time jump right there.
Jesus was born today?
No, that was Christmas. It's coming up,
1877, Charles Rolls, British aviator and auto manufacturer who co-founded Rolls-Royce, born in Berkeley Square, London, died in 1910.
So half of the Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
He kind of looks scared in that picture. He's like,
He wasn't real old either.
1910, 77, so 23,
40.
33.
Less than 40.
Well, 32.
Yeah.
I was close, 33, 32. Really depends on the dates. So we have Ed Gein, died on this date in 1906. He was a U.S. serial killer who was the inspiration for the film Psycho and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Born in La Crosse County, Wisconsin, dying in 1984. Wow.
That fucking cheesehead.
Ed Gein, yeah.
Yeah, leave it
I'm
to
back.
a cheesehead.
Welcome back.
The guy who used somebody to, like, people's
Never
skin
took a
to make-
cheesehead.
Well, Alice, you were born in Wisconsin, right?
Fuck you.
He used people's skin to make
Those
stuff.
are fighting words, man. No, I'm Minnesotan. We have we have to like you're born and bred to hate Wisconsin when you're born in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Actually, Wisconsin has some pretty cool places. Not to lie, they did have a decent basketball team, but we did take Brett Favre from them. So
Well, Alice, Scott was trying to say something about the actual article here.
Yeah, so it was Ed Gein, and he actually used, skinned people and used it to make like a lamp or whatever he made
Lamp
stuff
tape.
with. And if you look, It says murder and body snatcher, like it's an invasion of the body snatchers.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
actually, also I'm sorry to interject here, but this is pertaining to Ed Gein. They also did an X-ray, and he had like 30 some odd nails driven through his scrotum area.
why? Wow. Why? That's.
I don't know. I'm not Ed Gein. I couldn't tell you why he did it.
Well, thank God he didn't reproduce. So. Yeah.
His loins have ended with him, but yeah, he was prolific. It's really funny how there's two really prolific serial killers that came out of Wisconsin, Jeffrey Dahmer and Ed Gein.
Dang.
Oh, Dahmer, that's right.
Maybe we need to shut down Wisconsin.
Maybe Wisconsin should just be absorbed by Minnesota, just like Minnesota is absorbing Canada.
But
Let's
you
give
really.
it to Canada.
Yeah, let's give it to Canada. Like, why would you guys want that? Because then that would be on your shoulders.
Well, no, like, what would happen if actually, Minnesota probably welcomed Trudeau. Never mind, I take that back.
Yeah.
The last time Minnesota was red was 72 when they voted for Nixon.
Well, speaking of Nixon, actually, it's your turn, and who was born on this date in 1908?
Oh, for fuck's sakes. God damn it. Really? Lyndon B. Johnson was born today. Go fuck yourself, Lyndon. You had a hand in assassinate. Well, no. Didn't he have a hand in the assassination of Kennedy?
Yeah,
He took
Kennedy.
over after. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. He took over after.
And we talked about this before. Kennedy actually signed some kind of executive order to abolish the IRS and everything. And then a week later he got assassinated, and then Lyndon B. Johnson immediately threw out that order. So.
Oh yeah, what's also ironic is also during that time, Kennedy was in the works of ending the Cold War with Russia.
Yeah. Well, Alice, why don't you?
The director Oliver Stone actually has a documentary about it.
Yeah. Well, Alice, why don't you finish reading the article here?
Okay, so yeah, he was born a Democrat in 1960.
He was born a Democrat?
Born in Stonewall, Texas. Died in 73.
Yeah. He was a 36 U.S.
But
president.
he was born. Yeah.
36 U.S. president for the Democratic Party, serving from 1963 to 1969.
There are good Democrats out there, and there are bad Democrats out there.
You. Well, Alice, you have another one here. Another 1908.
Yeah. Oh, we got a Donald Bradman. Sir Donald Bradman was an Australian cricket batsman and captain. 52 tests, 6,996 runs at WR, which I don't know what that means. 99.94 average. HS, which I don't know. Is that a hitting thingamajigger?
It's cricket. You're going to hurt yourself if you try to think about it.
I'm not going to explain myself here.
Just read, and we'll get through this.
Okay. All right, so fine. He was born in Coolamooda, Australia, or Coolamooda. Sorry, it's hard to see. I got bad eyesight. So.
Cootamundra, yeah.
Coolamundra.
Yeah. Died in 2001, so yeah, he was up there in age, in his 90s. Scott, your turn.
All right.
God, there we go.
Scrolling.
I've been scrolling. However that song goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
1947, Barbara Goldbeck. American actress, The Spy Who Loved Me, Force 10 from Navarone, born in Queens, New York.
Oh, Queens.
Also.
Oh, wow. Hey.
1952, Pee Wee Herman, or Paul Rubens, American comic actor for Pee Wee's Big Adventure, born in Peekskill, New York.
Happy birthday, Pee Wee Herman.
Didn't he get caught winking it in a movie theater or something?
Dude, he did. Actually, he was in that movie with what's his name? He did Zoolander. I have a name blank there, which is dumb, but
oh yeah,
in
that guy.
Imagine being known.
He was in Mystery Man. His power was his gas.
Oh, he was the fart guy.
He was a fart guy. Yeah, Pee Wee Herman was the guy. He was also in that in the show Gotham too. He played the father of I think the Penguin.
Dude, like, Mystery Men was a weird movie. That's what introduced me to Smash Mouth. You know, and like, Smash Mouth was everywhere. He was in there, he was in Shrek, he was in Rat Race. He was actually, like, literally in Rat Race.
He was also, Smash Mouth was also in Orgasmo. They did a song called Sorry About Your Penis.
Oh my
Should
god.
we go to the Barbie Museum?
Oh god. The look on his face.
No.
You have another one here, Scott.
1957, Bernard Langer, German golfer, U.S. Masters in 1985, 93. Oh wait, 1985, 93, 42 European Tour titles. Born in Anhausen, Germany.
Ooh.
I keep talking.
Alice. You
What?
have a 1979 here.
Oh, Aaron Paul from the Breaking Bad.
Oh, it's
He was
Jesse.
born today.
Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse. Yeah, Jesse from Breaking Bad. He was born today in 1979. He was also in Need for Speed as well. I forgot about that. Didn't he do they did an after thing based Camino on Netflix?
Yeah, El
I think?
Camino, which is like an extension
No,
to
El
Breaking
Camino.
Bad.
No, El Camino was a Clint Eastwood movie.
Gran Turismo?
No, it's just called Camino. Gran Torino. I'm sorry.
Gran Torino.
Yeah. Sorry, I was mixing up my models and.
But he also did make an appearance in the final episode, I think, of Better Call Saul. You know, they tied the two in together. Because Better Call Saul is a prequel. So they're tying in, the end of Better Call Saul, it flows into Breaking Bad.
I've actually never watched, but I've only watched like 2 episodes of Better Call Saul.
I have not seen any of them. I've just seen a shitload of clips online. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be able to explain the whole show if I just do that.
Yeah. But you have another one here.
We have, Brianna Stewart. Hang on, let me read this. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to get close here.
What year?
American basketball power forward. Basketball. Yeah, like, come on, yeah.
It's like basketball, baseball connected.
Man.
Dude, we should invent basketball.
You know what I was
Imagine hitting a
thinking,
basketball with
You have to run to a base while you're dunking.
Do you not
dribble.
know the movie called Basketball from
Just don't travel.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone?
That's
I was
what it
looking up play on words there.
Oh yeah. No.
Anyway, so yeah, she was born today. She was an NCAA seed ship
Championship.
2013 championship. Yeah, sorry. 2013 to 18 for University of Connecticut.
I think so.
Yep. It is UConn.
And
Super
WNBA championship 2018 with the Seattle Storm.
18 and 20.
EuroLeague, and 20, and she was also in the EuroLeague championship for 2021 with UMMC X. I can't even read that. I can't see it. Yeah, it's just too small for me to read with my eyes. I got crappy eyes. And Syracuse, New York.
Ah.
Yeah.
Moving on into deaths, starting us off in the year 542, we have Saint Caesarius of Arles. So, and then we have Arthur II died on this date in 1312. That's a bit of a time jump there. He was the Duke of Brittany from 1305 through 1312. Died at the age of 50. Huh.
I am Arthur, King of the Brits. May my bunny rabbit rest in peace.
Yep. Poor Arthur.
Speaking of deaths, you know.
He was a little shit, though.
He was a fucking asshole.
Yeah, well, you know, like mother, like rabbit, so.
Alright.
Scott!
Where are we at?
1782.
Hold on. I don't know, you might have to do it, because after the Brianna Stewart thing, it just ends for me, so.
1782, we have John Lawrence, was a American soldier, diplomat, and abolitionist. He was killed in battle at the age of 27. We spoke about him earlier, actually, in the main body. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring that up
sorry.
earlier, like, where's his representation in the whole anti-slavery thing? He died for their rights. A white man, you know?
Well, we're gonna have a death from that one guy who was killed with the 3 other people, including 2 children. So he's
Do you
gonna
need
be
a
in here.
Kleenex?
No, I had an itch and I like had a whatever. I'm not. At least I don't eat my boogers. Okay?
I'm not going to.
Are we in 1919 now?
Yes, we are. We are in the year 1919.
This thing has come off the rails. Are we in 1919?
Okay, I'll read.
I only wish.
Louis Botha,
I'm just gonna shoot myself.
former general and statesman, first prime minister of South Africa from 1910 to 1919, dies at 56.
Alice, please don't do what you said you were going to do. I heard that.
I'm not gonna.
Don't.
I'm not allowed to buy a gun.
True, neither am I.
You gave up that when you got your medicinal card.
Du Bois, huh?
Dubois.
Dubois?
The Chaquois? What? What about the Chaquois?
No, Scott has Scott has a
he's
Dubois right here.
He has a Chaquois. Chaquois.
Not a Dubois though.
A Chaquois.
Nah.
But no.
So, 1963, W.E.B. Du Bois, American civil rights activist, writer of Souls of Black Folk, and founder of the NAACP, dies at 95 in Accra, Ghana.
Yeah, the National Advancements of American Colored People. So, or something like that. National Association of American Colored People. I don't know.
Something like that.
National American Association. I don't know. Something like that. But yeah, W.E.B. Du Bois.
It segregates in a way, but no.
Trying to figure out his full name. So, because like
W.E.B.?
Yeah, W.E.B. Du Bois.
Do you think maybe the W.B. was named after him?
No. William Edward Bugard.
No.
William Edward Burghardt Du Bois. What a name.
That's a name.
Yeah. Alice, your turn. Oh, now you got. Oh, that's kind of a Chaquois right there.
Oh God, no! Oh shit. We have an architect and city planner.
Alice.
19. Yeah, I know. In 1965, we have Le Corbusier, Charles Genet, or whatever. Is that? I'm having a hard time. Generet. Yeah. He was a Swiss-French architect and city planner, and he died at the age of 77. Speaking of the Chaquois.
Cool.
Back at those checks and balances.
Oh my, you have an interesting one here.
Whoa! Oh, Jesus Christ. So we have in 1967, Brian Epstein, English music entrepreneur and manager for the Beatles. He died of an accidental barbiturate overdose.
What is barbiturate?
A barbiturate?
Yeah.
Horse tranquilizers, things like that.
It is any class of sedative and sleep-inducing drugs derived from barbituric acid, a salt or ester of barbituric acid in chemistry.
Known as downers.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, they
that
don't
is a downer.
use
He
them that
died from
much
it.
anymore.
Yeah.
That's older time stuff.
He died of an overdose of a barbiturate.
Yeah.
Like a lot, and I could actually probably tell you what it was. Probably Quaaludes during the.
Maybe.
You're right. During that
Quaaludes.
time, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quaaludes. Probably died of a Quaalude overdose.
Yeah, those were serious. So,
Yeah, back in the late 70s and 80s, Quaaludes were like the big thing aside from cocaine. You know.
well, I've seen Wolf of Wall Street, so
Yeah. She don't like.
Better
She don't
known as
like.
Lubes.
yeah, Lutz.
Cocaine.
1975, Haile Selassie, also known as Rastafari Makonnen, died on this date. He was the emperor of Ethiopia from 1930 through 74, and he died of a suspected assassination by strangulation at the age of 83.
Jesus freaking Christ! Why would you kill an 83-year-old? Like, what's he gonna do? Oh wait, there's Joe Biden. Never mind.
We're on a list now.
We're on
Sorry.
Oh boy. Well, we've already been on the list. It's just we're just digging ourselves deeper into a hole. If we dig deep enough, we'll end up in China. You know.
Biden's done at his age. I mean, was he 82 right now?
He was 81, I think. No, he was 79 or something. I don't know. Let me look this
Oh,
up.
I thought he was in his 80s.
How old is Joe
Could be
Biden?
wrong.
He's 79.
Yeah, he's got fucking dementia, like
Massively.
gangbusters.
Massively.
Plus, he's had what,
birthday
2
coming up pretty
strokes?
soon.
November 20th. Oh God, yeah.
He'll turn 80.
Then he'll be 80. So.
Oh.
Well, let's
God
see
bless
here.
him.
Whose turn was it? I've forgotten. I think it's mine,
Scott's.
right?
Yours.
Mine. Okay, 1975. We have. Here we go with Louis Mountbatten, British naval officer and statesman, last Viceroy of India from 1947. That's the only time he served. He was assassinated by an IRA bomb on his boat in Ireland in 1979, or at the age of 79. Well, at 79. So wait.
So he was 79 years old in 1979, which means he would be born in 1900.
He was, yeah. I thought I was having a stroke reading that, but no, he was born in 1900. So yeah.
Yeah, well, if he died at 79 and 79, it's obvious that would be he was 79 years old and born in 1900.
Scott, you have a guitarist here.
Hey, there's one of my favorites.
1990 Stevie Ray Vaughan, American blues guitarist for Texas Flood, Pride and Joy. David Bowie, Let's Dance, dies in a helicopter crash at 35.
Dang.
Yeah. You lost a good one.
Man, I wish I could have done that one.
Maybe next year.
Actually, here's a funny thing. I was actually at an open mic night on Thursday, and I was going to go up and sing that Pride and Joy from Stevie Ray
really?
Vaughan.
Ooh.
I'm going in on Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, to do it, so maybe I'll live stream me singing Pride and Joy.
Well, Alice, why don't you take, here, are you reading it from your phone or are you reading it from the stream?
Yeah, I'm reading from my phone. So
Okay.
in 22, we have Dick Ricker. That's what you highlighted for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, in 2020 we have Rick
This is why I gave it to her.
Dick Richter. God damn it.
Dicker.
Rick Dicker.
Rick Richter.
Dick Kickham.
Yeah, Dick Richter. He was an American 10-pin bowler, tournament champions 1970, 1979, runner-up in 2020.
No, 20 career
you-
PBA.
Oh, okay. 20 career PBA title. Dies at 81.
Yeah.
I think
All I
that's
can
the
say is
first
he had some
bowling
balls.
thing we've ever
I have
done.
like a really small screen because I'm just looking at
How does he
the
walk with
disc.
them?
Carefully.
Hold up about my
We
saying
don't
Dick
read a lot about bowling.
Everybody's got something going on.
Thanks,
Rick
Dad.
started this.
I love you too, Dad. Okay.
I love you too.
Anyway, that concludes the show. Once again, you can check the underbar, the description for any links that you may find interesting that we have gathered throughout the show, as well as everything Omni Coalition. For your dose of past events daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time.
1 p.m.
What?
Eastern time.
Yeah.
I second that remark.
Yes, that is true.
Thank you.
For all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
I am Scott.
I am Who is Alice?
Meet Cleaver.
Yep, and you, viewer, of course, are you. And until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until then, toodles.